Start the morning off with a cup of cinnamon coffee. If it's not cinnamon, I send it back. If it's not coffee, I send it back. Well, I think the time has come to lift some weights. You can't make movies if you're not healthy. I bet you're wondering, which Goosebumps book am I going to shoot first? Boom. A lot of people ask me, Marco, why is it that you do what you do? And to them I say, if I wasn't doing it, what would I be doing? I always knew I wanted to make movies growing up. I'll never forget high school graduation day. I was in the backyard with my brother and we were trying to start a fire so that we could barbecue. And he asked me, Marco, how are you gonna do it? And I was like, what? And he's like, where are you gonna get the money? How are you gonna make a movie? What kind of movie are you gonna make? And I was just kind of joking. I was like, I don't know, I guess I'll just do it. And I'll just do it all myself. Be a one-man crew. And yeah. And then he laughed at me and he said, good luck. And I never actually thought I'd be doing it alone. I actually tried to make my first movie right out of high school. I thought, how hard could this be? I started a fundraiser. I had a script. I had a couple actors. And I just didn't end up making any money off of the fundraiser. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I kind of just didn't do anything for like another year or two. And then I tried to make another movie called I've Been Bitten. And then the pandemic happened. And then a couple of years later, I started to make my third movie, which is Dr. Imperfect and the Perfect Man. And I'm still working on that one. And yeah. So, throughout this series, you're going to be following me making the greatest Goosebumps fan series of all time. It is not going to be very hard. It's actually going to be pretty damn easy. And that's exactly the thing. When something's really easy, you find a lot of ways to screw it up. This is what you call the human paddle boat. Safi?
Yes?
What are we doing?
You're cooking ribs, and I'm filming you do it. Let me pan down here to show what he's doing now.
I'm saucing up the ribs.
That's called the mop.
They gotta get saucy. I wonder, is my Goosebumps fan series going to be good? It is decidedly so. Oh, you can't see. It is decidedly so. Hey everybody, it is day 2, and I have my Harry Potter cup that I actually found at an outlet, like thrift store, and it was like in this exact, like, beautiful, perfect condition. And I usually drink coffee from this cup when I'm gonna do more creative stuff. The first thing that I'm gonna do to make this fan series is I'm gonna go through, I've already written the first script, and I'm gonna go through the whole thing, and I'm going to write down what you call a scenes list. And this is, honestly, it seems like it's like the greatest thing ever because it's basically like a big checklist. But the thing is that, like, do you check this off when you shoot it? Because maybe you need to go back and do reshoots. Or do you check off the scene like when you edit it, but then maybe you might edit it again later? Like, it's kind of like a big giant waste of time, but at the same time it is kind of helpful because then you have like a tangible list. And so far, the opening credits sequence, this part, it won't be something that I'll have to shoot for all the other episodes, but it is something I'm going to have to shoot for the first one. So I'm going to write down opening credits. Whoops. See, it's hard to write with one hand like this and holding the phone. Boom. So something I did not notice yesterday is I somehow got barbecue sauce right where my nipple is. And I had to change shirts yesterday since I wore the other one in the pool. And so, like, right around my nipple, I have barbecue sauce. So you have the script. You have the scenes list. Now, we're going to make another list. And this one is going to be locations. So, here's the first script. It's pretty thick. I need to do the hole punch thing. So first off, let's see. Locations. Locations. Take a shot every time I say location in this segment. So first off, for the opening credits, we're probably going to have to do that separately because I don't really know, like, what exactly that sequence is going to be yet fully. I'm going to need to storyboard that out. So the first location is going to be Anthony's Antiques store. And with that, we might have to get a separate location just for the exterior part if the place that we get to film inside doesn't look good on the outside for, look like for what we're going for, I mean. So that would be antique store exterior. So when I was a kid, I was really influenced by YouTubers like Cool Duder, Dead Pit, and Spill Reviews. And I always wanted to start my own YouTube channel, but I kept on like shooting one video and then I post it and then I just pull it down, or I just kind of forget about doing it. And then later on in high school, I really wanted to do a YouTube channel again, and I tried to do it again. And I just kind of I had a really interesting idea where I would have like a different person in my high school like come and see a movie with me, and then like I get all these different like perspectives, uh and I never ended up doing it because I didn't know maybe if I could do it, or maybe it wasn't the right time. And then after high school, just randomly I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the YouTube channel now. And those older videos, you know, they're nothing but like, I guess what the point that everyone has to come to is that there's never the right time to do something. There's no such thing as the right moment. There's no such thing as like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. Because whenever you say, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, or maybe I can't do that right now, all you're doing is just putting restrictions on yourself that no one else set out for you. Like, who cares if it takes however long to get going? Who cares? Like, there's never the right moment. You have to make the right moment yourself. Because the moment I started YouTube was the right moment. The moment that I started this Patreon was the right moment. And the moment that I started this vlog was the right moment. You know why? Because I decided it was.